Welcome back, everyone. Today we step into the nightmare of Ad Infinitum, a first-person psychological horror set in the trenches of World War I. But this war never truly ends. You play as a German soldier trapped between the waking world and a twisted dream where memories, guilt, and fear merge into one endless battlefield. There are no heroes here, only broken minds replaying the same horrors over and over. Each step through the mud feels heavy, soaked in trauma and regret. The game isn't just about surviving monsters, it's about surviving memory itself, the kind that never lets you go.
Dearest Mother, when I hear the cannon's thunder, I can no longer be angry with Father.
The world of Ad Infinitum is split between reality and hallucination, and it's never clear where one ends and the other begins. You wander through flooded trenches, shattered bunkerers, and bomb-scarred ruins, all painted in shades of gray and despair. The environment feels suffocating. The air thick with smoke, the mud clinging to every movement. You hear artillery in the distance, but sometimes it's only in your head. The game captures the claustrophobia of war better than any shooter ever could. You're not a soldier here. You're a survivor of your own thoughts, crawling through the wreckage of a mind poisoned by trauma. At its heart, Ad Infinitum tells a deeply personal story of a family torn apart by war. Through flashbacks and letters, you uncover fragments of a soldier's past, his guilt, his grief, and the memories of those he couldn't save. The narrative moves between the trenches and a once peaceful home, now haunted by echoes of the same pain. These two worlds mirror each other, the war outside and the war within. The more you explore, the more you realize that the monsters aren't random. They are symbols of regret, manifestations of everything left unresolved. This isn't just horror, it's confession through terror. The creatures that stalk you in Ad Infinitum are unlike anything you've seen. They're not born from fantasy, but from psychology. One drags chains like the burden of guilt, another limps with the sound of broken bones, a third whispers names you'd rather forget. They're metaphors given flesh, and that makes them so much more terrifying. They don't chase you for blood. They chase you because you can't let go. The designs are grotesque, yet meaningful, reflecting the trauma that created them. Facing these monsters isn't about victory, it's about understanding what they represent. And that realization is far more chilling than any scream. Gameplay in Ad Infinitum blends exploration, stealth, and puzzle solving. You're rarely armed, and when you are, it offers no comfort. The focus is on survival, listening, watching, and staying quiet as nightmares patrol the corridors. The puzzles are subtle but tense, forcing you to move through danger with shaking hands. There's no sense of power here, no illusion of control. Only the fragile hope that maybe this time you'll make it out. Every light flicker and creaking floorboard keeps you guessing if it's safe to move. It's not about fighting monsters, it's about enduring them and what they force you to remember.
Finally. Is that you, soldier? Was that you by the plane? My eyes. I can't see a thing. But they cannot deceive me anymore. It's all lies. None of it is true. None of it! Supreme Army Command. We must inform Supreme Command. The Kaiser needs to know what's happening here. The war isn't over.
The atmosphere of Ad Infinitum is hauntingly immersive. The sound design uses silence like a weapon. Quiet moments stretch until they feel unbearable, broken only by distant explosions or muffled cries. The lighting is dim, almost dreamlike, flickering between candlelight and shadow. The visuals blend realism with surreal distortion as walls twist and rooms shift around you. You never feel grounded. Every scene feels like a memory decaying before your eyes. The game uses sensory confusion to its advantage. You're never sure what's real. And that uncertainty becomes its own kind of fear. It's horror through disorientation, executed flawlessly. What makes Ad Infinitum so powerful is its refusal to separate horror from humanity. The monsters aren't villains, they're symptoms. The game explores post-traumatic stress, survivor's guilt, and the silence that follows war. Each environment becomes a metaphor. The mud that swallows your feet is the weight of regret. The gas clouds are the memories you can't escape. Instead of glorifying battle, the game forces you to confront its cost. It's not an easy story to experience, but it's an important one. It reminds us that the real horror of war doesn't end when the fighting stops. It lingers, generation after generation.
The gas fogs my mind.
Ad Infinitum doesn't just scare you, it exhausts you emotionally. It asks you to empathize with pain, to understand madness instead of fearing it. As you move between war-torn landscapes and memories of home, you start feeling the same confusion as the protagonist. Guilt mixed with longing, horror mixed with nostalgia. The pacing is slow and deliberate, forcing you to sit with the unease rather than rush through it. By the time the story reaches its peak, you're not running from monsters anymore. You're confronting yourself. That's the true power of this game. Horror that makes you think, not just react. In the end, Ad Infinitum isn't just a horror game. It's a tragedy. It's about what war does to the mind, about how the real battlefield is often internal. Every scream, every distorted face, every ghost is part of the same broken memory loop that refuses to fade. When the credits roll, you don't feel victorious. You feel haunted. The game leaves you quiet, thoughtful, and maybe even a little changed. If you enjoyed this journey through the darkness, don't forget to leave a like, share your thoughts below, and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of story-driven horror. Thanks for watching, and remember, some wars never end, they just move inside our heads.